Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live. I think we are good to go. Just quickly check if we are. I think we should be good. Can you guys see this? Just quickly double checking. Oh, there we go. We got the people in the chat. They're saying good afternoon. A lot of Dutchies in the chat today, huh? Okay. Beautiful morning, y'all. Beautiful morning, y'all. Look at that, huh? Look at everybody coming in the chat. We already got 150 people in. Why? Well, because XRP has been going absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even screaming right now because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, this is nice to see. Mad money made on leverage tonight. That is good, boys. I mean, you don't need leverage, but that is nice because anybody who followed along with our trade right now is hopefully doing really, really well. Let's just quickly for fun open it up. I opened it up a second ago. Here we go. So we put $250 into this account, as you guys all know. Right now, we are almost at a 10x. We're at $2,125 worth of profit on the $250 that we put in. Over on Bybit, things are also looking juicy. Our $1,500 XRP trade is in $32,000 worth of profit and about $9,000 already cashed out, which has been amazing for the last couple of days here only. At some point, you just got to accept that things are doing good. And it's kind of funny. When it comes to XRP, it kind of feels like this is just a very small stepping stone in the grand scheme of things. It just feels as if we're not really that far into it, and we got a lot more to go. Somebody says we need a higher sound. Okay, let me quickly see if I can up the sound a bit. Yeah, there we go. We should be good now, right? Maybe slightly lower. Maybe like this. Should be good now. We good with the sound, boys? Thank you, Ben. All right. Should be good. There we go. Boys, in the chat box, where you all watching from? Jason already knew. He says from Toronto. Please pick up your volume. Sorry, guys. Hope we're okay now. Better sound? Yes, yes, yes. If something's wrong, just let me know in the chat box. Sometimes it may take a little bit of time before I see it, but generally speaking, I will see it. Look at that. Okay, so we got in the chat, we have today Iceland, we have Belgium, we have Croatia, we have Puerto Rico, we have Costa Rica, we have UK, we have Dubai, we have UK, Vegas, Niagara Falls, Cairns, I don't know where that's from, Arlington, Texas, Grand Ledge, Michigan. Guys, you don't have to put your freaking city there, but it's all good, it's all good. Dusty always sounds smooth and quiet. I don't know if that's my goal, my brother. South Africa, Australia, Netherlands, Minnesota, Costa Rica, baby. Flemington, New Jersey, Brisbane, Wales, Australia, New York, India, another India, Netherlands, USA, Australia, there we go, Iran, Tennessee, Oslo, Newfoundland, Chile. It's good. We have a good diversified chat today. Spain, we got all them peeps. We got everybody in here. We got everybody in here today. That is nice. All over the world. Boys, we got a chat that's properly... Hey, boys, if you did not press that like button yet, right now is your time to do so, all right? Make sure we get those likes up to at least 100 because there's 350 people watching. You've got nothing to lose. Anyway, so right now, the XRP price has been going just like a bit stupid crazy, right? I mean, yesterday we were talking about the fact that this is the craziest monthly close ever. I will still make another video later, but depending on where we end up today, if we end up, ladies and gentlemen, above a 198, this will be the highest monthly close ever for XRP. But I do wonder, and this is some... hopefully healthy skepticism. I do wonder what's going to happen in the next month. Because if we look at the past, right, I don't want to be that guy to tell you, but every single time XRP has gone for a crazy candle, in the month afterwards, even though back in 2017 it went even crazier before coming down, every single time the price went this crazy, it was basically peak altcoin season, and it fell back down the month after. I don't want to be the guy to spread bad news or all that. I just want to say, look at the past, right? This is going to be the highest close ever, and I do kind of feel as if we are witnessing this candle right here. But even if we were witnessing this candle right here, the price did actually from the top, just for reference, right, fall back down about 70% before going up a few 100% afterwards, sure. But I'm just, I don't want to be the guy to tell you. I'm just saying, hey, I'm being realistic that XRP has never done something as crazy as what we're seeing right now and not kind of been punished for it. I'm just saying that out there. Then again, because we are breaking the highest point ever, maybe today, all we need is about, from the highest point, we need to go up about 2% or so. From today's prices right now, we need to go up about 5%. And if we are able to end there at the end of tonight, we've got ourselves the highest monthly close ever for XRP, which in my opinion basically just means the gains that are about to follow are kind of almost guaranteed. Then again, I am keeping, like I said, some healthy skepticism and saying, well, maybe this is not going to be lasting more than 2 months. Maybe the altcoin season has been pushed forward by a few months as everything is just going that crazy right now. Will you hold? Well, the thing is, I kind of expect this run to go so much higher that I'm expecting, like I just said, that maybe we're witnessing something like the candles right here. The problem is, right, whenever XP goes huge, there is a big drop off after. But the counter to it is, you can't have great things if you give up so early, right? $2 per XRP, it's not that high to me. It's cool, but it's not that high to me. Like, I have a goal that's way higher, and I think this season, $6 is the minimum point that I need to see in order to be like, oh, we've done something, right? That's like at $6. Then I'm kind of like, oh, okay, we've finally done something at least. But then, just to be completely open and honest with you, I have to do something on the side here. But then, as we get towards $6, let me quickly take some screenshots of some stuff. All right, gotta take some screenshots real quick. There we go. I'm also arranging something on the side. So if I do not focus on anything, then some things may go wrong. So let me just quickly take this to the side here. All right. There we go. And last little piece. There we go also. Okay, should be good. Oh, I always hate those captchas where you have to press, like, it's a captcha that says like, oh, click all the buttons of all the little things of a bicycle. And you click them all, but there's like these very, very small edges where you're like, is that still part of the bicycle that they think, or is that not part of the bicycle? I always hate those. Anyway, I'm done. This should be good to go. Saving. Okay, that's fine. Good enough. Good enough. Let me quickly close these things out. All right. And let's get back to business. So back to business, right? Right now, when it comes to our XRP, the expectations for price have been increased by a significant portion. Like I said before, $6 is like a minimum, but like it's tripling from here. Before, when we were talking about multiple dollars per XRP, it's kind of like far away, right? But right now, it's like literally around the corner. It could happen with the way that things have gone right now. In a few days, just like how this month, the price has gone from 50 cents to $2. Next month, if we had a candle similar to this, we'd go from $2 to like $8, right? Because we about 4x'd in this little month. And Florian says, do you never sleep? Brother, how can you sleep when prices are going this crazy? Do you guys sleep? BD says, this sounds so good, and I would like to be a party to this. Is there any way I can speak with her? What? What are you saying, my dude? What do you mean? Let's quickly see. XP is expensive now. Look in the supply. Better investing in Jasmy. Well, it's kind of funny how people will now look at XRP and think, oh, it's a bit high up there, right? Because it's already done such a crazy run. And so there's this whole paradigm shift. Lushless says, today is a good day to sell, huh? I can't say that. I can just say it's always wise to take in some profits. For example, on our XRP trade right here, we put $1,500 in. It's right now like still worth $32,000. So if you would just want to sell some here, for example, I want to sell 790, so $1,000 profit. Hey, that's completely fine, right? We're cashing some more out. People keep thinking you have to hold to the freaking top. Nope, no, you don't. You can just cash out chunks whenever you're satisfied. And in this case here, I mean, yeah, I've got my whole XRP stash. It's just $40,000. It's not that crazy, but it's still nice to have, right? You can still maybe buy a watch with that or something. So it's still kind of okay to just cash out. Eugene says the bots are strong so early in the chat. Do we have bots in the chat here? You know what's difficult always, though? Whenever you're looking through, it's like, who do you make a moderator? It's kind of difficult, man. Because the more you stream, the more you know. But I've not been streaming that much, so I don't know who's always here, if you know what I mean, right? Or not necessarily always here, but has good intentions. Because some people are devils, man. Are your trades leveraged? Yes, they are. They always are. Right? But even I just fully described how we're taking this trade on XRP. Worked out beautifully. Right now, $2,200 worth of profit. And if you want to, you can join our team over on 𝗂𝘀. Right now, we're in 29th place. I think we should have actually upped in the rankings a little bit, though. It's not updated yet, but we are actually slightly higher in the rankings. I think maybe 28 now. We were 31st before. We were like 50th when we started. So we've been picking up the pace quite nicely. But I do want to end in like the top 25 like minimum. Right? Our team has been growing rapidly. We right now have 520 people in the team, but you know, there's still a couple of people to beat. There's a couple of people to take out here. So if you've not done it yet, make sure you join. The link is down below to 𝗂𝘀. It's just an exchange you can use from anywhere in the world, which is why I'm saying it. But if you don't know what you're doing, be careful, obviously. You know, I don't want you guys to get wrecked. At the end of the day, it's better to just stay passive and not do anything than get wrecked. So if you don't know what you're doing, stay clear. I'm just saying for the people that do know what they're doing, this is nice. You guys are saying sound louder. I think the sound should be okay now. Anyway, so literally still right now XRP is trading above $1.90 per coin. If you told me a while back that XRP would be trading at these levels, I never would have believed you. And even right now, I'm kind of still in awe, right? I'm like looking at it thinking, is this really true? Is this really what's happening? I mean, I've been watching a couple of these XRP ideas where people just go over and say what they think is going to happen. But if you look at some of the ones from a little bit ago, none of them predicted XRP to go this crazy. Let me just quickly find, let's go for XRP USD. Let's go for Coinbase maybe as idea, maybe Binance. I don't know which one is better. If we just for fun take a look, right? Let's just go take a look at some of these analyses. This one here is from Beddark from last week. Let's quickly go take a little bit of a look and see what he predicted. So he said from the current price of $1.40, we're going to be going up to $3, then right back down to $1, up to about $5.50, come back down and then push through to $8, $15, or $30, something like that. How did they play out? Well, as at this point, we're on a good course. We are on the up and up. And I guess he's pointing towards this previous top, even though it's D here, it's basically the previous top at A, basically that we saw back in 2017. There's been significant demand for analyzing Ripple. Upon examining the chart, it seems that Ripple is currently winning a running triangle. Within a running triangle. Wave D may complete its movement by hunting the all-time high. Afterwards, we could see a correction for wave E, followed by Ripple's post-pattern movement targeting level above $15. Some might question whether XRP can sustain such a market cap. We should emphasize that we rely on chart analysis and do not focus on fundamental issues, as fundamentals are reflected in the chart itself. When we reach wave E of the triangle, if we observe a clear and identifiable pattern, we can position ourselves on Ripple for the main move. For risk management, please don't forget to put a stop loss, and capital management, comment if you've got questions. I don't think this is good. XRP would never increase in the middle of 2026 and 2027 since we would be in a bear market by the time. Just take a look at past bull runs, which continue for what? 6 to 12 months. We would definitely be in a bear market for Bitcoin, and XRP always follows Bitcoin. We currently are in a bull run and would approaching blow-off top soon within the next 6 months. So time for XRP increase is now, or XRP should say goodbye to the bull run. In my opinion, indeed, we should be looking in terms of time frames, right? At everything within, I'm going to say, a 12-month span. Everything outside that doesn't really matter too much. We basically inserted it here, right? Every single thing that's going to come out of the... Oh, sorry, camera stopped working, huh? Let me quickly fix it. I don't know why that sometimes happens. You're good? everything that's going to happen for XRP, in my opinion, should be probably happening within the time span of 12 months. And everything will probably pop from here, meaning it's going to just, in my opinion, right? If we take a look at the XP on a broader scale, it's going to look like this. Like pretty significantly. And then I don't even think it's going to look like that. I kind of think it's going to be more along the lines of just this. With, of course, some corrections in the middle. But like within the time span of perhaps even, because this is way too, the end of XRP's reign is probably going to be right around that area right there. So if I'm thinking about it, it has to really look more like this for it to be able to end. Wow, it's going to be such a crazy chart, man. I mean, just think about it, right? We only have till, at least in my opinion, maximum November of next year. If this is the XP price right now, we kind of got to put it linearly. I mean, let's see if we can grab a different XP chart. So from where we're at today, this does not include the 2017 run. Wow, it's got to do some crazy, crazy numbers to get towards like $10, etc. within the span of a reasonable amount of months. It's just kind of crazy to think about how exponential it's got to go and how strange relative to the previous charts it's got to look. So, I mean, if we take a look at the Bitcoin, this Bitcoin chart right here, for this to start moving upwards, it doesn't look that exponential, it doesn't look that crazy, it just looks kind of logical of a path. But XRP goes on such crazy rampages that it starts to look kind of weird in the chart. But even right now, the way the price is going does look kind of weird, not gonna lie to you, right? This does not really, it looks kind of similar to previous times, upsy downsies, but in the grand scheme of things, it does look a bit weird. Too high supply for $15. I disagree. Again, I think this is, there's no offense meant to anybody, right? But I think your opinion, if based on just too high, is so worthless. It makes no sense for people to say these things. No, the supply is too high for 15. What are you talking about, my guy? Where do you get this notion or idea from that that's at all even close to reality? How can you name something as too high when something is definitely within grasp of even just a few weeks? I'm not going to say that it's going to go to $15 this season even at all. It's not what I'm expecting. But is it really too high to be fathomable? Not at all. So why? Dusty, why are you saying that? Well, take a look back at 2018. XRP was half of Bitcoin's market cap. Take a look at things now. All right, so back in 2018 run, XRP was half of Bitcoin's market cap. If XRP does that now, it's at $1 trillion. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a 10x from here. That would be $19. It's happened before. Oh, it's not possible. It's because it's happened before. Is it going to happen again? I'm not saying that. Is it really that crazy? No. No, it's not. So calm your horses a little bit with saying, oh, it's way too high. It can never happen. It's actually, it could literally happen within a few months. It's not out of reach. I'm not expecting it to, but it could. So let's stop that. All right. If we're saying, hey, I don't expect it to happen, I fully appreciate that because neither do I. I'm not waiting for a $20 XRP this season, but I'm not going to be the first. I'm not going to be the one to tell you, no, it's definitely way too crazy. Oh, out of proportion. That type of stuff could never happen. Because literally right now, if XRP goes back to where it was in the past, it's at a 10x, right? And it's at freaking half of Bitcoin's market cap again at almost $20 a coin. So just from that perspective. And also the other part is, well, why would it literally actually have any stop? If Bitcoin continues on here, goes to $300,000. And for example, right? Again, put this into perspective, guys. If Bitcoin right now goes on a tripling session, it goes to $300 and something thousand per coin, all of a sudden is worth $6 trillion. And XRP, again, like back in the time, takes half of that, which it has done in the past. Again, I'm not saying it will, but let's just say it does. Ho, ho, ho. All right? Ho, ho, ho. That is times 30 from here, placing it at $60 per XRP. I think, slightly less. Maybe let's say $50 per XRP. Once more, I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying it's not as crazy as some people seem to think. Like a $10 XRP going about 5x from here. We'll place it at 500 billion. It's basically where Ethereum is at right now. Really, $10 in XRP is not that high. Again, you might say things will be different. Sure, all good. I don't mind all that. I don't mind any of that. As you saying, hey, it's not probably not gonna. But I'm just saying it's not that crazy. Somebody says, is things different this time, Dusty, because there's no more aggressive SEC and there's a pro-Trump? Well, obviously, the crypto market is doing significantly better now, and so the run could be crazier, also based on the idea that we've got the major funds now behind it as well, buying Bitcoin. Then again, there is more of a question about, is it going to be more Bitcoin than alts this time? Maybe. And somebody says, is it realistic? It's realistic. Oh, he says it's realistic. Well, I mean, in my opinion, a $10 XRP is very, very realistic. Even $15 is very realistic. Anything above that is like, ooh, well, the path is going to be slightly harder, but it's again, still possible. If you have any expectation above like $20, then you're mostly banking on the idea that Bitcoin is just starting out with its run. Because I'm going to say that if you're expecting, I have like pans and the little, I have two strings, right? And one of those strings went back into the pans. That's not good. But there's no real max in my expectation of it. It's just my realistic expectation is like $10, maybe $15 or so. But logically, I think like my max should be like $27 in XRP. That's like my top for what I think is okay. Why? Again, guys, it's not because I'm really thinking it's going to happen. I kind of don't. Right? I actually think we will probably top out somewhere way earlier than that. Maybe at like about $9, something like that per XRP. One second, guys. Yeah, so again, I'm not really saying it's going to most likely go to $20 or anything like that. I'm just saying if we take a look at the past, XRP went to like $3 or whatever here, right? I usually think that most coins kind of do a doubling or tripling every cycle. It should have gone to like about maybe $5, $6, maybe $7, whatever. It depends. If you want to say triple, it could have gone to like to $9 in 2021. And then go from $9 to whatever, $27 or something like that if it triples again, which could be done. And that would also place Bitcoin at right around maybe $210,000 at the end of the cycle. But again, it kind of depends. If Bitcoin tops out at 130,000, then obviously my expectation for XRP is also way lower. If Bitcoin tops out at 320,000, my expectation for XRP is way higher. So from that perspective, it's almost impossible to just fully put down what my range is at because it's going to depend on Bitcoin. Depending on what Bitcoin does, XRP will go. And many people will say, no, but XRP decoupled, it's going to move on its own. Realistically speaking, it really doesn't move on its own that much. It could, and it goes on these crazy runs like now, but ultimately it's still, oh, camera's stuck again, I see. It still, for the most part, just follows along with our main baby BTC. Eventually that will switch, sure, but right now is not that time yet. Let's see. So currently we're at $1.90 in XRP. Let's get a little prediction going here. Where do you guys think XRP will go by the end of the day? What do you guys think? What is your expected XRP value end of day? Your audio is bad? Let's see, because it says, wait a minute. It says we're dropping out. What's going on? We've dropped some frames, but I don't know why. A lot of people are saying $2 before the end of the day, huh? $2.50. $2.10, $2, $1.98. $1.98 is my target as well. I wanted to reach $1.98 because that would be juicy. Then again, it also depends on what Bitcoin does, right? Putty says, I regret buzzing only 100 at 0.5. I bought a lot more later. Well, I mean, never regret these things. If you regret, I would have probably done some horrible things to myself already a long time ago. If you're going to regret all the money you didn't make. Audio thumbs down. Boys, what's happening? What's happening to the audio? I'm confused. Oh. Audio is good. Where Bitcoin Domino's at right now? Bitcoin Domino's? Was that 194? Nothing audio good? Okay, so somebody's just maybe trolling. Anyway, so the XP trades, they're still doing okay. I am more so leaning towards, and this is just my honest opinion, right, guys? That since let's quickly see. Let me just pinpoint it here. Oh, actually, this is not the right chart. Let's go to a different one. Let's double down. Give me a second. I'm going to show you what I mean. My thoughts are perhaps it's actually smart right here to this is an inverse one. How do I turn that around again? I forgot. No. Let me go to a different one again. I forgot how to turn your chart around. Why are all of these? Oh, okay. I need to find a different one. Oh my God. Okay, let me quickly try find a different chart. There we go. This should be okay. There we go. Okay, so we okay, let's go to XRP USDT or USD Bitstamp. Here we go. Okay, so if we take a look at it from a weekly perspective and we get rid of the volume. Now, let's take a look, right? So the most interesting points to watch for XRP are probably the top that we saw back in 2021. And from that perspective, probably the top that we saw back in 2017. But that's on a weekly perspective. On a monthly perspective, I think it gets more interesting to see where where XRP topped out at previously, which is basically along the lines of, well, if we take a look at there, the close, let's quickly see. So the close on this time was $1.99. So it basically coincides with the previous top that we saw back then. It basically coincides with the previous top we're seeing right now. If you were wondering where the best point to sell at is, it is going to be, like, I'm being honest with you, it is right now in terms of a risk to reward. Because this could be the biggest barrier to break. And the moment we do break it, it could be easy sailing all the way towards the previous all-time high. Because there's really nothing stopping it anymore. But you have to understand that that is what we are facing right now. On a weekly perspective, we still perhaps, let's quickly go ahead and take a look, have ourselves, let's see where this closed back then. So we still have ourselves another interesting barrier at roughly $2.70 or something like that. But in the grand scheme of things, that's basically all we've got right now. So we have ourselves the weekly close right there at roughly 276. And we have ourselves the monthly close at 198 right now and 199. Or let's say weekly close, whatever. So some of you guys are saying, don't be the guy that sold Bitcoin at $100. Well, I'm saying if you have a position open, like the one I have on Bybit here that I keep showing you, I'm not really talking about selling my full-time bag. I'm just saying if you want to be safe with it, it is good to cash some out at the most important barriers. And $2 is the most important barrier we've got right now. So it's definitely not too bad to just cash out something. Like we're doing here, for example, I can cash out another few hundred XRP, for example. Why not? $1.98. You know what? We could do $1.90 something. And cash out like 300 XRP. Why not? 370 XRP is going to be cashed out. $500 if we go up another cent or so. Why? Because I have to show you guys that sometimes it's okay to cash out. If I never do, a lot of people will think it's best to keep them open forever. But I keep them open forever kind of because it's funny. It's not because it's the best thing to do. I kind of believe you're better off actually selling a lot at prices like this if you have positions open. If you have your spot bags, obviously it's a more difficult choice. Somebody says we're about to flip Solana. Is that true? No, we're still $6 billion away, brother. But we're close though. So we are actually potentially gonna flip Solana today if we see a slight price increase. I mean, I'm not sure what it was at when we were at 194. But if XRP goes to $2 today, all right, because we need about a 10% up or so. So we need about $2.05, maybe something like that. I think at that point we flipped it. It could be really, really interesting here. Can you imagine XRP finally flipping freaking Solana after so long? We're so damn close. Tunisian says, Dusty, honest question, what will be the minimum target that you will be happy to sell all your XRP, or at least most of it? That the problem is, guys, and this is not to come off as the big man, but I never need to sell any XRP. I probably will just because it's the end of the season, but I'll probably just cash out just throughout 2025, not really looking at the price too much. Mostly because I don't really care. I don't really need to find the top. My life is not going to change with any amount of money that it's going to bring. So it's like, what? Wow. You know, and I'm not really the best of traders either in that department. It's not like I have been able to perfectly time the top. It's not like I'm trying to aim for that either. I just try to aim for a very, very good price on average, which is by selling parts every single day, every single week, every single month. It doesn't matter. But just throughout 2025, just cashing out. Nobody will be able to time the top. All I hope is that we'll be able to follow along with Bitcoin's course here and is not going to deviate too much from this. And if it's the case, and we end between June and December or something like that of 2025, hopefully by that time we'll have averaged out properly. So I kind of don't care what the price is going to be. I don't have any price that I'm going to cash out everything at because I feel too much FOMO. I know if I sell everything at $5 and then it goes on to $10, I feel kind of bad. So I never sell everything. I might just sell chunks though. But then again, I could just sell everything at $2 right now and be extremely happy because I've got a lot of XRP. So one question I see quite often from a lot of people is this. Why is Solana at 241 and XRP at $1.90, but the market cap is almost the same? Because they have a different amount of coins. David says, I'll think about selling in 2030. No, I sell every season. It's smarter to do. It's better to sell every season and buy back in the bear. At least as of this point, it's always been the case. If you don't want to because you're too afraid, that's cool. But it's just easier that way because that way you relieve yourself from all the stress of prices coming down like crazy. But again, maybe you're stronger in the hodl department. Could be. Amir says, wait for a correction or put in XLM. What do you think, Dusty? Well, XLM has actually dude, is there, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find one. Is there actually an XRP XLM chart? I don't know if that exists. I don't think so. So we can't see that. Maybe let's go XLM BTC. So XLM quite recently here has been severely outperforming Bitcoin. You guys can't see perfectly. There we go. But it's still got a long ways to go. And if I sometimes take a look at XRP versus Bitcoin as well, I keep referring back to this saying, back in 2017, XRP was so ridiculously much higher in comparison to where it's at right now versus Bitcoin, that if on this chart you look at it, it's really not done that much. It's only on the dollar chart that XRP has been performing like crazy. But on the Bitcoin chart, we have a lot of room to grow, man. And this is something I think a lot of people are looking over. They're not looking at it properly. The fact that there's so much room for growth on the Bitcoin perspective. Because look at this, right? If we were to start going crazy on Bitcoin, and this is just to get back to its old value, that's like, it's lost it's 12x from here just to get back to previous prices. Whereas to get to an all-time high, it's only about a 1.5 or something like that X. Now, there's a couple cool things happening for XRP in the midst as well, but I just meant to say that right now versus Bitcoin, we're still at some of the lowest values ever. Boys, by the way, if you're watching the stream right now, I see we have over 1,000 people watching. Make sure you press that like button. Right now, we've seen the highest XRP price in like years, and I can't understand that some people are not crazy excited smashing that like button to bits. Make sure you press that like button, guys. We've got nothing to lose. Oh, wait a little second. We've got 1,000 people watching. We should be able to get this to at least 500, like right now, this second. If you've not pressed it yet, very much appreciated because it makes these streams perform a little bit better. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't give me any money if you're afraid of that. All it does is hopefully make these streams perform a bit better, which is why I keep asking for it. But then again, you do as you please, but just know it is appreciated and it doesn't cost you anything. It's the least you can do. If you're excited, at least. If you're feeling bad because you didn't have enough XRP, I understand. Amir says, I wish any news would come out. So we have got ourselves, obviously, more lawsuit news coming up quite shortly. We have Gary Gensler leaving quite shortly. And we have ourselves the RLUSD launch, which was very, very controversial. Okay. Somebody says ask for just one person. Okay. Okay, who's going to be the first person to press the like button to get this away from 333? One person. Press it right now. Let's see. Let's see. We are 333. Who's going to be that person to press the button? Who's going to be the first? You lied to me. It didn't work. I've been lied to. I've been bamboozled like never before. But it's okay. It's okay. All I aim for is 500. Let's go, boys. Press that if you didn't do it yet. Ah, okay, it did work. Maybe it did work. All right. And then again, to get back to the story, man, again, people try to put up these XRP charts, and even I was the one, right, saying at the start, like, I'm a little bit more afraid of a correction because of the way I see it right here, because of the way we have never seen anything close to this before. I mean, we have, but not without a correction afterwards. But then I look at the Bitcoin chart, which I've not done in a while, and I'm thinking, man, maybe it can be different just because we've not done anything in comparison to Bitcoin's price. Really, we are nowhere yet in comparison to Bitcoin. Should we wait to sell after Gary Gensler is fired? I mean, the Gary Gensler situation could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. So you should always be careful by saying, oh, but what if he gets fired? Because it could be that they actually take back the lawsuit before that moment actually comes along. Answer just posted, just saw a TikTok of someone saying Ripple is going to $49. I think a lot of people will be surprised, though, by the run that XRP is about to pull here. But $49 this season is a bit too crazy, maybe. At least in my opinion, right? I'm not saying these things are impossible. I'm just saying it's not really in my... what I'm expecting to happen. Anywhere from $10 to $30 is all within margin of saying, it could. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's all some logical sense to it. Let's take a look. So I'm just scrolling through here to see if there's any XRP news, because some of you guys are asking, hey, is there anything that happened? Not really. Man, I don't know. I'm just noticing XRP is literally the best performer out of nearly everything right now, man. Literally, imagine holding, imagine being so bearish that you sold your XRP and now you're calling back. A lot of people probably sold like 30 cents, 50 cents. They must be coping right now. Can you imagine selling your XRP at 50 cents last month? How would you feel right now? You'd feel awful, boys. You'd feel ridiculously awful. I'm so interested in the fact that XRP is about to flip freaking Solana, boys. That is crazy. And I'm guessing, right, that as it upgrades itself as a network with these things like RLUSD coming in, it could do even better. Again, guys, I'm not saying XRP is the best thing ever created. I will never be the one to tell you that. You got to go to a different channel for that. All we care about here is making good freaking bags off of XRP. Doing well, right? And doing better. I'm not a person that's going to tell you XRP is the chosen thing, because it could be, but I don't know for sure. Nobody knows. All I know is we have made a fat load of freaking gains, and we're about to make so many fat more freaking gains on this coin. That is the literal biggest bag in my entire freaking portfolio. No coin is worth more than I'm holding right now than XRP. And I'm about to write this one to another 10 motherfreaking X. No, maybe not, but I mean, oh man, it's so crazy. Boys, by the way, and this is real to real. As you guys know, I'm always realistic with you, as I always hope you guys are also real with me. If you right now, I texted my friend this morning. I texted him, hey man, should I even sell some XRP? Because the money that I've made over the last few days is so crazy. It's ridiculous. And he texted me, man, let me see the text exactly. He says, what I would usually tell anyone, if you made life-changing money, then change your life with it. Now, we joked because I can't change my life anymore, even with more money. But this is my advice to you, though. This is advice. If you have made life-changing amounts of gains, don't be afraid to cash out some. Like 99 out of 100 times, you won't feel the FOMO. You won't feel fear of missing out. You won't feel regret or bad that it would have been more, because it's already life-changing. So for some people, that could be $25. Okay, now I'm putting the bar really low. I'm going to say for some people, it's a couple $100, right? That can really change their life. Because I know family members who'd be really happy to have made $500 with crypto. To some people, it's a couple $1,000. To some people, it's a couple tens of thousands. For some people, it's not going to change with 10 more millions. The problem is, nobody can see your bags for you, right? Nobody can know exactly what's going to change your situation for you, because everybody's different. Everybody has a different mental status. Everybody has a different way to view the world, etc. All I know is, from my history here, nobody's ever regretted changing their life with the gains they've made. And I'm not saying cash everything out. I'm just saying, hey, it's wise to take profits here and there whenever you're feeling really, really good, because it's been so crazy. I don't want any of you guys to get hurt when things eventually fall, because I'm going to be one of the first to tell you things will fall. Maybe we're going to go up 40% more before they crash 40%. So that could be, right? It could be that it goes up and back down. But you got to realize we were at 50 cents earlier this month. Right now we're at $2. Do the math there. If we go back down about 40% here, right? Let's say we go back to $1.20, for example. We're still 150x from when we started the month. But we have come down a bit. It's going to hurt a lot of people, because people think the moment you start gaining that it will only go up forever. But I need you guys to understand, sometimes they come back down. Sometimes they do. And I can't tell you that it's not gonna, right? I would like to tell you, no, we're going to 10 straight away. We might actually go to $15 this season. Doesn't mean it won't be very, very hard in the middle. A lot of you guys think, oh, look at this. It's going to always be this easy. No. This has been extremely easy because we went only up for a month. Sometimes it goes up a bit, crashes, slams you right back into reality before continuing up, and then gives you another few fist to the face, and then you go back up. That's usually how bull markets are. It plays with your emotions too much. So this has been really smooth sailing, and I hope it's going to keep going on like this. But I will tell you that if you are in a position where you're too afraid of losing the gains, cash some out so you'll never face regret. I've always said this, the worst thing in life I think is regret. I try, my whole life vision is minimize regret. I don't care about money loss, I don't care about all those things, just minimize regret. And I sometimes think that regret might come from not cashing out when you could have, more so than the opposite side of it, which is that you are waiting for a higher price, etc., etc. So I'm just saying, hey, you don't got to cash everything out, but I'm just saying sometimes it's not that stupid to cash them out whenever you feel anxious or you're just unsure of things, or you have just made such a crazy amount of profit that it can change your life or anything like that. And to some people, this is not true, by the way. I realize that too. For some people, they're like, no, Dusty, shut your ass up. By the way, we got a new member. Alcoholic. Well, that's nice. Welcome to the club, brother. Hey. No, to some people, they're going to say, hey, shut your ass up, which I understand. Because some people are like, we're going to hold this for at least 10 years. But people are different, man. I don't care. Like, honest truth. Me to you. I don't care where it's going to be in 10 years. I literally don't. We'll see next season, right? We'll talk about the 10-year price prediction when we're right back down here. When Bitcoin comes back down to what? Maybe we go to $300,000 right now. Bitcoin comes back to 100,000 in the bear run. We'll talk about where it's going to be at in 2029. Right now, all I care about, literally everything I care about, is where it's going to be in the 2025 bull run. You could tell me all your stories about how it's going to change the world, but I don't care. Some people do. Some people care about all the utility, all the lower parts. I don't. I literally do not care about every single thing you got to aim for. I care about what the price is going to do in this year. Afterwards, we'll talk more about utility again and all these things for the 2029 or whatever run, or 2028. But for all I care about now is this season. We'll talk about the next season. And how you prepare for the bear run the best way, by the way. In my humble opinion, the best way to do it is by cashing out a percentage every single day from 2025. Because that way, you know, if you cash out 1% of your remaining portfolio every day in 2025, you'll probably have one of the best average prices. You can start a few months later, for example, start in April or something of 2025, but you're starting to get to risk territory because we think it's going to end maybe June to December 2025, but you don't know when some of these alts will top. Some altcoins will top way earlier and some will top way later. It could be that the highest point is March 2026. It could be that the highest point for your alt is March 2025. Oh, camera died. Oh, I messed up. I took out I took out the battery, how do you say it? The charger. And I forgot to plug it back in. Okay, so we need to take about 30 seconds of no camera so this charger can load in a little bit. And at the same time, hey guys, where y'all watching from right now? Let me know in the chat box real quick. Where y'all watching from? We got Netherlands, Sweden, Netherlands. And we got a European chat today, huh? Norway, Germany, Iraq. Maybe not that European, but hey. Germany, UK. We got Europe in the chat today, boys. Maybe all the Americans are sleeping. Which makes sense also. Let's see. Camera back. We got Australia. Yeah, there's nobody from the US, huh? Okay, we do. We got Texas. We got Toronto, actually. Also, we got Houston, Texas. Never mind. We got people from that area. Okay, so I messed up maybe a little bit. I see now the stream is having issues. It says no stream rate. Boys, who's going to be our 500th like? Who is going to be it? We have 1,130 people watching. Who is going to be number 500? Let's see. Six more to go. Okay, who was the one? Who was the one to press it? We'll never figure it out, I guess. We'll never know. Anyway, you guys are all appreciated, every single one of you. Tasmania, Canada, from the moon. I like that. I like all of that. El Paso, Texas. Bist eine Deutsche. Sehr gut. 5 a.m. I can't sleep. Arizona, I think. I get that, man. I get that people can't sleep when times are this crazy. But guys, remember to take some sleep every now and then. Unless you're doing something. If you want to sell your coins, then maybe don't sleep. If you want to do something along those lines, maybe don't sleep. But if you're just going to sit there chilling anyway, it's okay to just sleep. If you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to sell or not going to do anything, it's fine, all right? Anyway, if you could name one thing, what would you like to see a video about next? If you could name one thing, what should I talk about? What do you want me to talk about next? Is there anything you guys want? If you could choose one subject that I need to talk about right now, what would it be? Greetings from Dutchland. Hey, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗧. Bro, can I buy now XRP and I hold for 1 month? I mean, if you're asking me if you have the ability to, you have the ability to. More crazy coming in altcoin season. The audio is cutting. Yeah, you can see this yellow stuff, right? I'm not sure why it's cutting out, but I can't do much about it, my friends. Fine weekend, man. Hey, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗧. Fine weekend. The root network exit strategy. Okay, exit strategies, that's the highest thing on my list. XRP leverage perps. The problem is I kind of don't want to make a video about it because I'm like, if people don't know how to trade, should I be the one to explain how it works, or are they going to wreck themselves? So I'm a bit careful with that. I kind of just leave the link there for people who know what to do, and we're looking for a platform. But it's a more risky endeavor, right? So that's why I'm being careful with that. Make a video about roasting all the XRP haters. I'm not sure if I'm going to gain anything with that. Maybe just more haters. The rippleness of you are turning into waves. Good boys song. Okay. Banks will own most XRP supply. Yeah. But is that what I can make a video on? No. Targets by Christmas that I can do. Okay, so we have. Okay, so we got to write them down. Profit taking, exit strategy. Targets by Christmas. Let's see. Targets by Christmas. Can you comment on the sell pressure with XRP at 5x or 10x, etc.? I'm not sure what you mean with the sell pressure there. Plan of selling, we can do that. Cardano broke out but pulled back. Okay, so we'll talk about Cardano as well. Subject, explosive, nice. I could do that. Talk about market cap. Okay. Market cap explanation. Top AI coins. Do you think there'll be a big dip soon? Big dip? Question mark. Retrace levels, but it comes with the territory, Ken. Again, when you play the freaking music, the problem is the music has some issues with copyright. And so it's said that people from other countries can't watch your video anymore. If it's just normal copyright, we have to turn the ads off. It's not a big deal, right? But if people cannot watch it anymore, I kind of don't think it's worth it. Let's see. What is Save Good Crypto Wallet digital card to spend dollars? I made a video on the digital card yesterday because the one I use is Bybit for most things. There's a few other ones, but there's a video on that coming. Best cards. But in the US, I don't really know which one you can use. Top 5 memes. I've made many of those in the past. But they don't actually do well. Whenever I make top 5 meme coin videos, they don't do well on my channel, it seems. Nederlander, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗧. Kara says, you think the 60-minute interview will pump XRP? No. Which interview? It could. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. It depends on what they're going to say. I mean, is an interview going to do well? I don't know, man. It depends on the interview. It depends on the day. It depends on everything that's going on. Probably not. An interview is not that big a deal, but it could be. So mostly a lot of people are saying exit strategies. Talk about all the XRP positive that they've built and how different it is from the last run. That's a good one. RLUSD, we talked about it yesterday even. Buy high, sell low. That's the freaking attitude. I like it, especially with the name. You got it all right. Cardano new money for South America and Africa. Cardano's doing really, really well indeed. A new Pump It Up song. Yeah, we need a new Pump It Up song. Profit taking, how to keep them saves. Yeah. All right, I got it. Brad going house in his own 60 minutes Sunday night. I don't know if it's going to do much, guys. It really depends, man. I think they might announce RLUSD that day because that was the expectation, but yeah. Boys, I'll say it again, though. I'll say it one more time. If you're looking for a platform to trade right now, we've got our trades open on Bybit. You can see right here, we're still in about maybe 120K worth of profit, something like that. And then we got Blowfin, which obviously is not a lot of money, but we only put $250 in live. And it's right now in about 2.1K worth of profit, so definitely not too bad. If you also want to join our team, there's a link down below to Blowfin in which you can join our team, so just check that out for yourself. Or, right, as I said before, you can get yourself some juicy bonuses the more you trade. And there's actually also a little side note. I don't have a graphic for it, but they told me, right? Let me see exactly what they said. Maybe it's already showing up when you press my link, maybe not. Maybe there's a separate link for it. But it basically said, I might have to extend it, because right now it was actually the idea. Over the weekend, any single person that joins is eligible for $1,000 that I'm going to give away. And I chose 5 people, $200. If you guys really massively demand it, we could do like 10 people, $100 or maybe more. But I think it's better to reward some people rather than with you know, like $200 is nice to wake up to. $10 is going to be nice for a few, but for a lot of people that trade, it's not going to make a difference, right? So I want to make it a little bit of a, oh, wow, I just got $200 for 5 people or something like that. All you got to do, sign up, link down below, and I think deposit $10 at least. But if this is not your thing, skip away from it. You can probably use from everywhere in the world. Maybe you need a VPN, but it's Blowfin that I'm using right now for my trading. Again, I'm going to probably still use Bybit for a lot of these things because my trades are on here that have been open for a while. And again, right now, XRP is still at about $40,000 worth of profit, so definitely not too bad on just about $2,000. You can see $1,400 turned into $31,000, so definitely not too bad. 𝗵𝗲 is still doing okay. ADA is still doing okay, 1,500% profit on that trade, which is pretty amazing because I also opened this live during a video. BTC is doing pretty good, 27 or so thousand worth of profit. Doge about $30,000 worth of profit. Ethereum about 14,000, maybe 13,000 worth of profit. And then Solana about 500% up. And then WIF is down 7,000. Story of my life. WIF has been amazing. But again, I think WIF will also flip around. It just might take some time. Could not find you on Blowfin. I think if you just use the link down below, you should automatically be in. If you do not use the link down below, you will not get any of my giveaways or bonuses. So yeah, that's about it. But yeah, boys, that's about it. I'm going to head out. I think it's time to go because the XP price ain't doing too much. I'll be back if something crazy happens. So stick around. Make sure you put that notification bell on. Press the like button if you enjoyed it. And that's about it. So see you, boys. A lot of cool videos coming up later today, though.